It is an interesting conversation, and whereas it's also technology's changing, it's also kind of opportunity as well. So it's kind of like my granddad, he works every day just to provide food for my dad and that family. That was it. And then dad's mentality is the same. He saw his dad do that. He's got to provide for his family. And whereas I appreciate that I've got to do that as well, living quite comfortably, I have this opportunity to. I don't need to guarantee myself a 9-to-5 job for maybe a year or so. I can open some more doors than that, and that gives more scope to be more creative and do all these different things. And because if you had to, and I had to work, I wouldn't have time. I do have a full-time job, but you wouldn't be able to put money into a studio or everything like that. I'd have to just move out. I need to pay bills and stuff like that. So it's a lot more scope to do more.
Completely, and I think in a time of like change as well, and how people think, it is also still. I've had to do loads of like shitty jobs that I really don't want. I worked in Thornton's packing chocolates. There's a funny story there of how I left, but there's loads of jobs I did where I just couldn't get on with it. I just hated being told, looking around and just thinking, everyone's sort of just succumbed to this is it now. This is us, and we felt like little robots. And I couldn't stay for like over 2 weeks at places
it's horrible
like
to
that.
settle with, isn't it?
But I do think there was also a lot of my old mates, like footy mates that I used to play with, and like sort of the lads. The concepts are changing though. They're looking at other people, creatives like yourself, which you're somebody that I look up to. As soon as I see somebody young doing amazing things and starting up like businesses because it's their passion, I'm like, wicked. But there's so many of these things going on now and sites of young people doing that. People are like, this McDonald's job maybe isn't forever. I'm getting, it's settling me out. It's getting me here. But at the end of the day, I can climb a ladder, but I'm just giving out maybe nutrition that isn't of too much benefit to people. And they do the back step of thinking, and they're like, what do I want to do then? And these questions are actually being asked now, and these questions are being put forward. And I see some incredible, phenomenal changes of people. You think, how has he gone and done that journey? Like, down here on the local estate, I've got loads of mates down there, and they're all starting up like even a vaping business or whatever they want to do. They're just like, I seen you do your thing, or I seen him do his thing, and I wanted to do mine. So I got enough money working at this company I didn't like, and now I'm doing it. It's a concept change, I think.
No, you're 100% right. Just seeing it, I see it as a means to an end. Like I sit like it's like 8 hours a day, my job. Sit there at the minute on the kitchen table, on the laptop, phones, welcome to whatever, I'm here to help.
What is it that you're doing then? It's Vodafone.
Vodafone, yeah.
Wicked, okay.
And it is.
I didn't know they were still going. Are they still big?
Well, it's well, the big pain in my ass, to be honest. They're still going. It's all right. What is amazing is just you see such a flatline demographic of the whole country, because everyone rings in. Everyone rings in with a problem. Everyone's got a problem with their broadband, and you just talk to so many different people with different walks of life. And
how do they treat you on there?
I mean, so it's quite.
Have you had somebody coming to smash your door in?
I had this one guy. He's already. It is quite fun because when people are like angry at you, you can't be angry at them because it's all recorded.
Yeah.
But you can be patronising. That's all you can be.
They allow that? Is that in your contract?
No, not at all. No, 20% tone of patroning.
Okay.
But anyway, this guy rings in. He's from Ireland, and he's already rang in several times that day. And basically, what we needed to do was turn his phone off and turn it back on again. Like, you're only telling me to do that because you should at 9 o'clock. And you want to get rid of me. And I was like, I'm not.
That's a great Irish voice. I'm ready for it.
And I was like, no, Leo, I am going to ring you back. Like, don't worry. I'll ring. And I gave him a time. Like, it was 8:54. We were shooting at 9. I was like, I'll ring you back at 8:57. And he was like, no, you won't. I was like, just trust me. I was like, fine. And then he hangs up the phone. And then I ring him up, and I'm like, hi, is that Leo? This is Tom calling from Vodafone from the conversation 3 minutes ago. He's like, hi, Tom, you rang back, did you? And then he goes mental. Then at the end of the day, I was like, there's not a lot we can do. We need to wait 24 hours. 24 hours, all day I've been told 24 hours. At the end, he goes, well, I hope you sleep well, Tom. Love to your family. If I was sat there, it'd be a very different conversation. And like he's there, just I know. So it was bad.
Mate, they really don't see
the
person behind on the phone who's just there to do their best.
I know. I mean, there are lovely ones, but...
Do you see people with absolute, like, no passion in your call centre where you are like, come on, man, like, try and put something in.
Yeah,
give a bit out.
It's it's a really taxing job. It really does take its toll, because you have that call and then write me notes and then bang, you got to go straight in again. Like you got to brush that off. That can't affect me, because you got to go. Because some old lady somewhere else might need my help, and she doesn't want to hear that anger that I've now got for this Leo character. So
renew.
Has
that taught you any things then? Any good communication skills?
It's taught me temperament, probably. But
I've you struggled with that before, or
no? I mean, a little bit. I mean, I still do, just not in like a big aggressive way. But
I'd love to see you back in the day. You want some?
I mean, that's what it's like. But there was this one guy, I can't even remember his name, but he was the beautiful conversation to have at Vodafone is when we're below what we say that we can give for them for their speeds.
Okay.
And we just say, like, there's nothing we can do. Like, it's the infrastructure. We can't actually change what speed you're getting. Anyway, this guy rattles me up, ends up calling me the C word on the phone.
Yeah.
On Christmas Eve of all time, right?
Oh,
and I just had to go outside for a bit and just breathe, because I was so vexed.
Just been called a C word.
Yeah,
on Christmas Eve. There's a song in that, brother. There's some great lyrics.
And then, but the best thing was, it's like February time, and I go in like, hi, talking to Tom from the technical team. How you doing today? And it was him. He'd come through to me again. I was like, hi, bro, how you doing? And he knew exactly what the crack was. Ended up arguing again. But it was to a point where, like, I needed to call him back, because I promised that I would call him back before we started arguing. So I had to ring him back the next day. There's a lot of humility. You definitely learn a lot of humility in just saying, it is what it is. There is this struggle that we're all going through with this service, but you just have to kind of take it on the chin.
It is nice that you've got that side about you, because I suppose, they've got to think who they're talking to. But then again, what have they just been through?
Yeah.
Like, the wife might be shouting at them, like, get it running. Like, I was doing an application. And but there's a lot of angry people out there, man.
So many.
It's not excusable.
I find it, like, funny that they obviously got this problem, which is fine. But I'm the only thing. The way they talk to me and treat me is the only way. The only variable in between getting the problem fixed or not. I could put you on hold and just go to the toilet if I wanted to. Like,
have you done that as well?
No.
You don't want to get fired, do you?